should talk to Hytham about my next targets.
Ah, here is something for you. An odd letter arrived a few days ago, signed by one calling himself...
A poor fellow soldier of Christ.
That's right. Someone you know.
Not by sight. But this soldier has intimate knowledge of the Order. He's the reason I've found them so easily in the cities.
The letter says you must travel to Winchester, visit God's house and look for a man in white. Then recite this passage. When pride cometh, then cometh shame. But with the lowly cometh wisdom.
All right. I will speak with Randvi, get a fuller picture of all this. Hemming a Jarl in Nottinghamshire has passed, but his clan remains allied to us.
Sad news, but you made the best of it.
I saw my old friend Vili on my visit. He is their Jarl now, and he has pledged to aid us in times of need. Hytham received a message from Winchester, from someone calling himself a poor fellow soldier of Christ.
Your hidden ally. Very interesting. More targets, I assume.
Yes. So what do you think? Could it be a trap?
As a West Saxon stronghold, Winchester will be a rather unwelcome place for you. But that is nothing you cannot handle. If you go, do not go boldly.
I will make my way to Winchester. The letter asked me to meet a man in white at a house of God, and then recite this phrase. When pride cometh, then cometh shame, but with the lowly cometh wisdom.
A passage from their holy book, I believe. Interesting. Go with care.
The seat of King Alfred's power, where hawk shit stains my boots. I will find the man in white in their god's house.
A Dane treads the cobbles of God's house. In search of Christ's redemption, I hope.
Your Christ can wait his turn. It is you I've come to see.
Is that so?
When pride cometh, then cometh shame. But with the lowly cometh wisdom. You know these words, and you know why I speak them.
I do. But I am not yet satisfied that you are the one for the task ahead. As Jesus said unto Thomas, I am the way, the truth, and the life. Speak the deeds of Christ in order. Only then will you cometh unto my Lord.
Why deny the pleadings of an unwashed pagan who aches to know God? Take me as I am, and I will do your Lord's bidding.
How great is the burden of learning for one so unworthy. But I see that no amount of instruction in the Lord's words will save your soul. Come.
Who am I to meet, priest? I cannot stand waiting in silence.
Shh. Even a fool, when he keeps silent, is considered wise.
Yet men become wise by speaking with other men. They grow foolish when keeping to silence.
Hush! Your prattling offends God's ears. We're here!
May Christ, whose terror scares away the foul throngs, make with me a strong covenant. Was God's lesson instructive?
Do all the priests in Winchester have this same skill for drama? You risk your life, Alfred King.
I have invited you here to speak on equal terms. Do the Dane laws of hospitality not apply in Wessex?
You gifted my Jarl to that whelp from the Order of Ancients, the warrior Fulke.
Fulke is a member of the Order as well. The wolves biting at my skirts grow craftier by the day.
How much do you know of this Order?
Only this and little more. This letter, signed by one who calls himself a poor fellow soldier of Christ, warns of a plot against my life.
The gallows, the quill, the Sikhs. 3 men eager to kill you.
2 now. The Bishop Eilfirth is dead. He was the Sikhs, so far as I can tell.
And a humble servant of your god. That must sting.
Still, his death has strengthened Christian fellowship in Winchester. I pray the deaths of his colleagues will do the same.
You have faced warriors like me many times before, and many times you have lost or been cheated. Why trust me now?
I have men in London and Jorvik. Men who send me reports on the rise and fall of the tides of war. Not long ago, men and women of some influence were murdered in those places. In oddly specific circumstances. When I received this letter from our poor fellow soldier, it did not take long to work out why. I don't know your motive, nor what you hope to gain. All I ask is that you finish the work you have begun, before these fallen souls infest England further.
I should let the Order kill you. If I made it easy for them, they might even return Sigurd to me.
I would return him to you myself, if I knew where they were holding him. But Fulke's treachery has blindsided me as well.
Then promise me a reward I can sing about. A healthy king's weight in silver.
Very well. As much as you can carry. This morning my reeve, Goodwin, was not at his post.
A man you trust.
Goodwin was following the clues given in this letter when he disappeared.
Where was he last seen?
At his house, by the west gate. You may find something there. Eivor, compose yourself while you are my guest. My city is not a battlefield.
Not yet, great king, but the day will come.
That Selwyn's got some stones on him arresting Alfred's man. Who rules in Winchester anyway? Is Alfred king or not?
Well, you ain't, that's for sure. So keep your mouth shut and do as you're told.
Shut your mouth, yeah? Unless you want yours to rot off in the keep.
Goodwin gone, and guards sniffing around. So where would they have taken him? Papers thrown in the fire. Goodwin covering his tracks. Other guards destroying evidence. A violent struggle with the guards. They must have taken him to Winchester's garrison.
A Dane in Winchester? These are strange times.
King Alfred sent me, pleading from his bended knee to find someone.
I know Alfred well enough to spot a bloody lie when I hear it. If he did send you, he was standing tall and proud.
That he was, and you are the man I've come to find, Goodwin. Do you know why?
If I had one guess, to find these heretics from the Order of Ancients, and bury them so deep, even God would need a shovel.
So where do we start digging?
My research should help us. If they haven't burned it already, it'll be somewhere nearby.
I have your papers here, taken from the captain of this keep.
A marvel. History will name you the Protector of Winchester. A pricking irony.
And not lost on me. Now let us go before they discover their eel has slipped the hook.
I am grateful for your help.
It is a brazen move to arrest Alfred's favorite reeve.
This so-called order are nothing but deviled shit peddlers.
Shit peddlers who have wormed their way into every crevasse of your country. They are dangerous.
I didn't catch your name, did I?
Eivor, of the Raven clan. Scourge of Mercia, if that name does not rattle some recognition.
Well, Eivor, when our 3 heretics smolder on a heap of ash, we'll down a cup of ale together and share our distaste of Mercians like old friends.
Alfred believed at least one is dead. Your Bishop Eilfirth was the 6th.
Bugger. Half of Winchester is in mourning for that nun-groper.
One calls himself the Quill. Are words his weapons?
There were rumors of letters nailed up around Winchester. It may be that one of these can tell us more.
The gallows. What do you know of him?
Must be another reeve, I'm sure of it. Only we have the power to mete out justice, and this one would walk with cocksure righteousness.
The gallows had you arrested, so he must command the law.
Reeve Selwyn. Of course. That hedge pig has brought down laws like a hammer on Winchester, executing sinners on spurious charges in the square.
Could it be another?
He's the man. He's the only one who fits. End his terror, Eivor.
Good people of Winchester, open your eyes. See how Alfred's lofty ideals are weighed down in this mire of human effluence. These prisoners before you do not live by Alfred's laws. They live above them. They wallow in shit, only guided by their own perversity. Hubert here, his wits addled by ale, spoke false of Bishop Aelfirth, our pious servant of Winchester, who even now lies cold in his grave shroud.
Aelfirth was no man of God. He'll burn for his sins.
Your wife is obeying shrew, Hubert. Is there a man here who has not supped rancid mead from her cup?
When will your work be done, Selwyn? When all of Winchester falls to your justice?
Winchester has passed judgment, Hubert. May God have mercy on your cankerous soul. Perverter of justice. Who dares execute the king's noose?
It is not in Alfred's name that you carry out your work. You are the Order's executioner.
You peer through the veil, but you do not see clearly. Alfred's laws are a slave's fever dream. He offers shit-soaked beggars a seat at his table, where the meek devour the strong. Who best to judge the fate of the wretched many, if not the strong and worthy few?
To protect your people, you must sheathe your hand in an iron glove. You grind your heels into the backs of freedmen, not those who deserve it.
The Order condemns all men to pain. For all men are but a shadow of the perfection we should know. The perfection of the Ancient Ones.
You are only a man, Reed. One dead branch on a fast-dying tree.
A cheerful heart is good medicine, but a crushed spirit dries up the bones. Does Magister Batter not teach you the scriptures?
Magister Batter is a horse's dangles.
And here is the axe I used to swat a fly.
You have ventured from your burrow.
And you have plunged my city into chaos. I had hoped you would use the lessons of your subtler gods.
We have no subtle gods.
If the gallows is truly dead, perhaps we can allow cautious revelry?
I did only what I agreed to, Alfred. If your crown now weighs heavy, I would gladly take it from you.
Forgive my outburst. God sowed in me a passion, but English prose is an instrument long out of tune.
We all want better for our people, don't we, Eivor? Yours and ours.
The quill remains. What do we know?
The decay of learning has been gentle in Wessex. We enjoy the office of wise men, but we have neglected the study of wisdom.
The quill preys on this lapse.
Someone disagrees with your reforms, Alfred, and he is calling the children to arms.
Now we know why so many children scurry through the streets, feral and untutored.
I can talk to some, see where they lead me.
Good. Find me at the alehouse when you're done. And try not to scare the piss from any of them.
We Norse are the monsters of your Saxon mother's bedtime tales. I promise nothing. I see you, child. Come.
The bad Reeve, Selwyn. I saw you punish him in the square.
He hurt many people.
Yes. He hurt my mother to death. Then took her good luck charm. Perhaps you found it? A little carved tree. It is all I have to remember her by.
Such a sad story. Take this. Perhaps it will keep you off the streets and out of trouble.
For me? Oh, thank you.
Spry, little mouse. Will you lead me to your quill?
Heaven will swallow the smoke of Aelfred's pyre.
Godspeed! You'll set Winchester ablaze!
Roly-poly mutton man, you can't catch me!
Oh, God help me. I'd rather be shoveling dung in Malvern again.
You again? You should mind your own beeswax.
Elwyn, is it? You wield fire like the flaming Jotnar.
It was burning when I found it. Hot days like this, things just go whoosh. Well? Oi! Wigbert! You great moon calf!
Hand it over, Alwyn. We saw your little shadow take it.
Turn around, walk away, and you keep your insides inside.
All right. No harm meant. Stay out of trouble, you grub mite.
Hey, you shit!
Ha! That showed them.
Trouble seems to follow you.
And I wriggle out of it like a slippery eel. Why are you following me?
I'm looking for the quill, so I'm asking you, his little worker bees.
Us? Working for the quill? Shows what you know.
Is that so?
Those were the quill's meat mops, and you sent them scurrying off with their tails between their legs.
It sounds like you owe me your life.
This one's brave and strong. Might be able to help us.
So you're not working for the quill?
We steal to stay alive and out of the quill's clutches.
But you know where I can find him.
They come up from the sewers like rats. Go on, give him what you took. Maybe he can save us. Good luck, Dane. Try not to get maimed and all that. That's her! Dimwit Dane, didn't guess the quill's a she.
Now, Elwyn. Few have the wit that you and I possess. Most see the world in simpler terms, where we are the weaker sex.
A broodmare who preys on innocence, and you brag about strength.
How little you know. Defend your mistress!
Not good, you pig fiend!
Eivor, may your roof shield me.
I'll change you apart! Damn you! Stop him! Hey, what?
Come, child. Whisper what you've learned, and Mother will give you a treat.
Coward. Using children to spy and steal for your order.
To educate them. Give me a child until he is 7, and I will give you the man. Or woman. What use are letters when a child can only write his name in pig shit? Or wisdom in a woman when she cannot wield it beyond her hearth? I taught little Alwyn so much more. Saved her from a life less worthy. She will find enlightenment in the Order, just as I did. If I could save them all, I would.
But you cannot. You have corrupted too many to save too few.
My order is the only way forward. It can quench our thirst for knowledge. If only Alfred's slave faith is defeated. And what would you sacrifice for infinite knowledge?
An immeasurable gift. Why refuse it? Not their innocence.
A pity. Non requiescat in pace.
Eivor!
Is this where Justice hides when she is tired?
Hides? Splood, no. This is a wake, my friend. A celebration to ease the quill on her way to eternal damnation.
You heard.
Hilda's were not the only eyes in Winchester. My spies tell me stories of an avenging angel striking down the unworthy.
I've been called worse.
Be thou hail, Eildorbana. That's Life Destroyer in our dialect.
I sat easy with my kinsbane, old honey waves alive in my horn, and my eyes on the door, expecting my death, yet unafraid.
You're quite safe with me, Dane. For now. If the mead is fresh and the air is cool, you may often find a friend even amongst your enemies.
Your English mead, Goodwin. It tastes like cat piss. In Mercia, we would drink 10 times this, and feast till our names were forgotten and our britches were lost to the forest.
Does that happen?
As often as possible.
I must thank you before the ale dulls me. By cutting the order down to size, you have given England a hope of unity. It must be a sour apple to swallow, knowing that you are the last of Winchester's enemies.
Are you sure the Sikhs is dead?
The bishop is dead, that's certain. And if the bishop was the Sikhs is dead. A transitive property of mortality, you see.
I do not believe it. Too much theatre in Winchester. Overwrought prayers and wailing women.
Well, you could pay your respects and see for yourself. The funeral is today.
If he rots, I will leave with my silver. But if he lives, there's work to be done.
Watch your step, Eivor. He'll be a hefty corpse in death. Alive, he'd be much bigger.
stranger comes to Wember.
You do not mourn like they do.
Wember is always here, helping the sleeping, singing to them, so they are not frightened before they make God.
The sleeping? You mean the dead?
Wember helps the monks. Dig, dig, dig.
You dig the graves. Did you bury Aelfirth?
Have you seen Layoff? My poor friend. Poor Layoff.
Layoff? What happened to him?
Sleeping? Sleeping like my dog when I hugged him too hard.
Someone heard Layoff.
Yes, yes. And while he slept, they stole his face.
Do you not see? I am in prayer.
May we speak of your brother's death?
Have you no shame? Leave me.
I know the burden you bear. Such a weight of sin you have taken on, and all for your brother's sake. I know he lives.
No, He said it was for the good of all. I am his loyal sister, and I tell you he is dead. You hear me? Dead. Leave me alone. I cannot betray my brother. Guards, protect me! Why will you not leave me alone?
Enough of this cat and mouse. Where's your brother, the one they call the Sikhs?
He is a ghost now, but he will make himself flesh once more at the Witten. And Alfred will be king no more.
He means to kill Alfred.
Regicide? No. The king will step aside and Aelfirth will lead us all, risen and resplendent as the Lord.
You are a damned fool.
Worthy captain. And he's the man
How sweet is the shepherd's pipe when he calls his lambs to slaughter. I was born to Christians in the northern wilds. My mother would cradle me beneath the stars and whisper, dove-like, God watches over you. Then your people came. And God fixed his stout eye as they slit her throat for a copper ring. No stars threw down their spears as barbarians smeared her blood through fields of broken wheat. God watched all, and I hated him.
It may be Alfred's God was testing you. A trial you failed.
Alfred's God is weak. Yet he would chain us all in his service, from our first breath to our death rattle. My order wishes to break these mind-forged manacles. I am the wolf in lamb's wool.
He takes on the role of a god himself. A worthy path to walk. A wolf is but a walking feast for ravens.
One more gift for you, Dane. A deadly truth, if you can find it. With my death, the Order will not die. It will only transform into something far worse for all of us.
Aelfirth will not cheat Loki's dread daughter twice.
I owe you my life.
An irony not lost on me, Alfred.
My king will go by back streets to the old minster. Eivor may find us there when all has settled.
Aelfus, my love! No! Curse you, Dane! My brother served God.
He was not a Christian. He abhorred your god.
But why strike him down? Have you no compassion for good men?
We both have more questions than answers. But if you know this key, perhaps we can help one another. Where is its home?
You treated me with kindness, but this damned order, their machinations killed my brother, so the rest may rot. Take this key to the ruins beneath the bishop's house. You may find answers there.
I will send this to Hytham. He may make some sense of it.
Come forth, Eivor.
Here is far enough.
When wrongdoers came to devour my flesh, these enemies stumbled and fell.
Have the laws of hospitality been thrown out, Alfred? I did exactly as we agreed.
That you did. But do not mistake necessity for friendship.
You are a man of your word, a man of God.
Indeed. By his example, I live my life. Goodwin?
Here is the only silver fit for one of your dragon boats. A reminder of Christ's sacrifice and our charity.
This too I offer you. Live here among us in peace as a Christian, or die a pagan in a blood-soaked field. All you have to lose is life everlasting.
And if I choose neither?
He offers you hope, Eivor. A life of purpose, above and beyond this one. You'd be a fool to refuse.
Your reign will end, King of the West Saxons. Raven wings will beat until your throne crumbles to dust.
You were wrong, Goodwin. This one is beyond saving.
You had your chance, damn you!
I did not want it.
Die!
I will return to Hytham and Ranvi. They will want to know what happened here. I cleared Winchester of the Order. Yet to do so meant working with King Alfred.
Your poor fellow soldier led you to the King of Wessex? How very strange. He, or she, is toying with you, it seems.
Nice to see you.
The Order in Winchester has been wiped out, but we are no longer welcome there. My contact was none other than King Alfred himself. The Order wanted him dead, so he fought back.
Alfred, the line between friend and enemy is a porous one.
Tell me more about Kent.
Basim has written, claiming to have found the woman Fulke and asking for your aid. He has taken shelter at St. Hadrian's Priory.
Any news of Sigurd?
Nothing he mentioned. But if he has found the paladin Fulke, Sigurd cannot be far behind.
I will go as soon as I can.
Good. Be safe, Eivor.
Basim has news of Sigurd. I should find him soon. Dag, Basim has brought word of Sigurd's location. We're leaving at once to find him.
Well done, Eivor. After so long, it finally occurs to you to search for our Jarl. I applaud your half-hearted effort, but I will not be joining you.
Dag, this is no joke. On the ship, now.
Someone needs to stay home and direct the affairs of the settlement. As you seem to shun this place as often as possible, it must fall to me.
If you wish to stay, so be it. But when Sigurd is back among us, we'll see what status you have among the raiders.
Say whatever makes you feel superior, Eivor. I know Sigurd will understand my decision.
Do you doubt me so completely that you will not raise an axe to save your Jarl?
A fine way of putting it, wolf-kissed. But go, find the Jarl, bring him back. Only do not get lost along the way, as you seem to more and more these days.
This is not done, Dag. We will speak when I return.
I mean to say is, faith is paramount. Yes, for without it, Christ's sacrifice means nothing.
He died to save us, did he not? From the original sin of Adam and Eve. Yet evil persists.
Yes, evil persists, because he gave us free will.
Does a newborn babe, slain by a despot, have free will?
Yes. No, I mean, that is too simplistic.
Or the priest, whose heart is torn from his chest by the wolf? Judas, who was predestined to betray the Nazarene?
Some argue Judas was used.
Do my ears deceive me, Brother Hortbert? You question the scriptures? Declare Judas an innocent? A preposterous blasphemy!
No, that is not what I said. Brother Cedric, am I not the most pious of his servants?
Out! Out!
Making new friends?
A person's tongue gives you a taste of their heart, Eivor. And such information is often useful.
And how do these sallow Christians taste?
It was only a figure of speech, Eivor, and I have tired of it already.
Is this how it must be between us?
Of course not. I'm grateful that you have come.
So what of the Joy Kanga Fulke? In your message, you said you tracked her to Kent.
She is here somewhere, and as of last month, Sigurd was with her. But there is no guarantee this will be the case tomorrow.
So, what is your plan?
We are deep in their god's heartland, a heathen and a heretic. To hunt Fulke, we'll need a Christian snare.
Fulke is hardly a saint herself. These Christians abhor her strange ideas.
True, but unlike us, she can carry herself as one of them. She won't hide from everyone, not with a prisoner in tow.
So, where to begin?
I've made a friend, Abbot Cunibert, full of pious fire, but with ambition that far outweighs his wit.
And what does your friend Cunibert know?
Come, I will introduce you, and we'll hear the full tale together.
Is this not a blessed plot? God's own country. And this Eden should be given to his servants to tend.
Abbot Cunibert, this is the Norse I spoke of.
Ah, yes. And quite a fearsome one at that.
Basim says you know the paladin Fulke.
Indeed. The Lady Fulke passed this way not more than a month ago. We talked, we drank. Very pleasant woman.
And where is she?
Eivor will be your axe, Abbot. Whether to fell a tree, or hew the limbs from an enemy.
What have you promised him?
Oh, just a trifle, Eivor. A little problem I believe you can help me with.
Speak your terms plainly, Abbot. I will decide if the bargain is worth my time.
Ah! Your wolf shows its teeth, Basim.
Let's cut to the point. What favor would you ask in exchange for Fulke?
Some weeks ago, our alderman in Kent was called to God. A terrible loss. King Alfred has chosen his replacement, but has not yet announced the name. I must know it. Now.
All of Kent will see soon enough which Thane he has chosen. Why not wait?
I want early access. To woo him, before his exalted position is made public and every fool is at his door.
Who else knows the chosen man?
The king's emissary. Sent with a letter of congratulations to the new alderman. Intercept him, and bring me the news. When I know the Thane's name, we'll discuss how I might win his favor.
Why not kill him in secret and petition Alfred for the seat?
As a man of God, I cannot. Besides, he who stands behind the throne can better pull on the puppet's threads.
This emissary, how will I find him?
Tunbridge Monastery sent word that the king's men always pass a few nights in their hospitality. Begin there.
I'll get the Elderman's name. You find Fulke.
All in good time. Now, if we're done, I have business up the south coast. Falkenston has the best fish in Wessex.
Then I will find you there, when the Elderman's name is mine.
Cunibert is ambitious, but well connected. We will not find Fulke without him.
I suppose we'll see. What will you do?
I'm not done playing with these Christians yet. I will see you in Falkenston. Eivor, you have news?
Kent's new Elderman will be Thane Tedmund.
Tedmund? Oh, the Lord is testing me. He is made mouse by you Danes. Barely leaves his fortress at Roosester. How might I gain his influence if he will not speak to me? Or to anyone? 'Tis a puzzle.
To inspire loyalty, Tedmund must owe you something, such as his life.
Go on.
A fortress stormed, a man kidnapped. If you beat back his enemy, saved him from sure death, his gratitude would...
Swell. It would know no bounds. But that fortress will be harder to pry open than a nun's knees.
Perhaps. Perhaps not.
Are you hiding something, Batham?
There is a lumber mill nearby, correct?
Beamisfield. Alfred invests much in fortifying Wessex, and uses our forests to do so. The mill provides his wood.
Tedmund is there.
Impossible! How do you know?
I heard rumors that Tedmund had been lured out of self-exile to manage work on the fortifications of Canterbury.
Taking him from a lumberyard is less dangerous than assaulting a fortress. But your rescue attempt will not have the same flair. Is it worth it?
It may still work. Yes. Yes. Bring him to the megaliths.
And Fulke?
When I have Tedmund's fealty, you shall have Fulke. Now go. I will rustle up a small rescue party. Halt, Danes! In the name of Alfred, King of Wessex, I demand you release his royal subject into my care.
Come no closer, Christian, else your man dies by my blade.
Please, I'm not the man you want.
Keep your eye on this one. He'll be worth a hefty bounty.
Any false moves and I will snip your heels.
We have your man. Now let's finish this shadow play and be gone.
Are you sure that's Tedmund? He's dressed as a lord, but that man is shorter and fatter than I recall.
I'm not Tedmund. I'm not. I swear upon the Holy Rood, I am not Thane Tedmund.
What in heaven's name is happening here?
Who are you? Speak quickly, or I will slit your throat and leave you for the crows.
Shergar. I'm called Shergar. Lord Tedmund pays me a measly coin to serve as his double.
Brother Shergar? You are far from Augustine's priory.
I left the cloisters many moons ago, Your Holiness. The monastic life was not my calling.
We can use you yet, Shergar. Summon Tedmund to a meeting. Get him out in the open.
Tedmund has no care for me or what I have to say. My orders come by letter, never by mouth. I hardly know the man.
You're of no use to us, then. Perhaps I should just kill you here and now.
No, wait. Let me think. Let me think. Danes. To storm the walls, you need Danes. There's a raiding camp west of here I was told to be wary of. Acting as Tedmund, I ordered a band of soldiers to capture them. If you hurry, you may be able to stop this.
If another band of Danes wants to join our assault, we'll have the distraction we need to get inside Roosester.
If the Saxons don't slaughter them first,
I am still Tedmund to the men in the field. I could speak with their captain, send his men away.
It's a fearless plan.
The Nordnir knit winding paths that cannot be unknotted. It seems Roosester was always in our path. Abbot, stay alert. We'll send word when we're ready to capture Tedmund.
And this fool? He knows much of our plan.
He'll come with us. And if he betrays me, I'll roast his balls over a roaring fire.
You will not regret this. My wily ways and quick wit will cease the need for bloodshed.
I still might kill you yet, man. If your prattling doesn't cease.
Say, Tedmund, what are you doing here?
How dare you address me in such a defiant manner? Do you not know who I am?
You are Tedmund, as I've said. And I mean no disrespect, Lord, but I was told you were back in Roosester.
Oh, yes? And do I look like I'm in Roosester?
You, do not, sir.
A wise man is always unexpected.
You travel in strange company, Lord. An Arab and a Dane.
I'm here to advise your Thane in the ways of my people.
That is correct. A cultural exchange of sorts. Perhaps one day I will visit your, Daneland.
Norway. You mistake me for a foreigner. But are we not all just the measure of the places we've seen?
Right. Well, that aside, have you any further orders, Lord?
Yes. I order you to stop loitering and return to your barracks, you scabwit.
And what of the captured Danes?
You must kill them all! Every last! Sorry, no. Leave them here, tied up, as a feast for wolves and crows. That is all. You may depart. Shoo!
A convincing ruse that has earned you your freedom. Go, and make your life anew, not in another man's boots.
I will. This small sup of power has got me thinking. Perhaps I could be a leader of men.
We owe you our lives, friend. These Saxon whoresons would have killed us all.
Yes, they would have. And now's your chance to hit back. March with us on Roosester, and drain it of riches.
I would gladly, friend. But we few will not break those iron-thick walls.
And we have no allies in Wessex. None who could be called upon to attack their countrymen.
Mercia will heed the call. Gidrich will provide our Viking a horde. We'll send a message to Oxenfordshire. The men of Mercia would gladly take a swipe at Wessex. What is your name, warrior?
Runa Egilsdotter.
We need ships, Runa.
We have a small fleet moored upriver, but the naval chain blocks passage to Roosester's walls.
I will remove it, and your people will bring their ships. Now, gather these fallen weapons and armor. Gidrich and the men of Oxenfordshire will need them to hide their Mercian origins.
My warriors were denied Valhalla today. I cannot bear the idea of gifting their weapons to more Saxons.
Their sacrifice was great. Their gift will be all the greater.
They will know justice with our victory. It will calm their restless shades, I promise. Will your men bring the armor to the battle?
And what is our plan?
In the morning, you will go to Buckingham, remind Gidrich of his promise. When you have his bond, meet me on the shore near Roosester with the ships.
Abbot Cunibert must be warned in advance. He'll need time to muster his rescue party.
Runa, that is your task. I will tell you where to meet him before you leave.
All seems in order. At first new light, I will leave.
Good. That gives us time to drink. You've traveled so far to carry out your duty. Is this the life of a hidden one? Always on the move?
No. Mine is not the usual path. The Creed does travel. Our ideals are universal. We believe that.
So there's nowhere you call home?
No place I call home. No.
Weird.
For me, home is family. But I have no family.
No one? Not even Hytham?
Parents, brothers, all dead.
I lost my parents when I was 9 winters alone. Without Sigurd, I would have...
There is always one unbreakable bond.
Yes.
Children. They bewilder you. They can cause you so much worry. Fill you with joy. Even stop your heart. And if you're lucky, they replace you. I was not so lucky. I had a son. I miss him terribly. Even now.
I am sorry. Basim.
He was taken from me. By someone I trusted. A friend. A mentor. A man who I would trust with anything. But a man you trust with anything can take everything.